This storied house has seen some of the game's greats. Boz, Bradford, Peterson, and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. The give to the left side. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives him a chance. He makes this offense go.
Touch pass on the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Back to throw, it's Shaw. Looking to buy time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
The aerial assault continues. Going to take a shot at this DB. And he makes the catch inside the 25. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Going up top on 1st down. Looking to the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Ducks! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Fair catch called for and made. The offense lining up for a first down play. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up. Scanning the field, it's Torres. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to burn this defensive back. Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was...
And that pass picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarter...
He's loose. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking downfield, it's Shaw. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd and short. The Ducks have a first down.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football and getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
The Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Touchdown, Oregon! What a catch and run for 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown Ducks! Looking for him. They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. No return coming. He'll call for the Bearcats. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Oklahoma 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the back. He's there to make the stop.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Got it behind the line. It's long. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Steps away to find some room. Got his man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
It's now second and goal.
Second and goal for this offense. Looking for a man. It's off. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Buys a little extra time. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oregon.
Touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT.
Number 85.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
Oklahoma 0.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. You decided to go for it, you didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Quarterback checking the play. He's going to pass on 2nd down, using his legs to buy some time. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air, using the quick game. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. On 4th down, looking to pass. Got his man quickly. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He turns that loose down the right side. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. To the air, it's Torres. Looking to take a shot. And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will live to tell about it. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He wants to throw it again. Another incompletion on 3rd down. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Quarterback checking off. In motion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to throw for it. Feeling some heat. Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo.
Second down coming up.
Quick handoff. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. The Ducks are threatening on first and goal. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Torres. Now improvising. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. Understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On second down, just keeps firing. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's not afraid to go deep. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air, it's Torres. Looking to scramble. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Able to pick up a couple. Down, they mark it at the 10.
At the 10-yard line. It's 3rd down.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. The AT unit on the field.
In the end zone.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism.
Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. And he breaks into the open. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And the Sooners moving quickly to the line.
First and goal, Oklahoma.
Quarterback will audible. Back to pass, it's Torres. Moving away from pressure. Got rid of it just in time. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. The connection last time, let's see if they throw. On second down, he'll fire. Pocket starts to collapse. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He's going to pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Line getting set on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he's got it at the 25. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
A first down run in the red zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
And that hurts because second down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's third down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued. On to attempt the try. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with...
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Dances away from the heat. Fires on the move. And it's picked off at the goal line. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to throw, it's Torres. He's going to run it. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. The Sooners want to move quickly. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete to the right.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Looking to move it through the air. Buys a little time. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. Throws to the tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes with the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Sooner offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Dropping back, it's Torres. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Oregon 56, Oklahoma 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide receiver shows motion. On second down, looking again to throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Yeah, and this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. And his second sack of the day. Nice. A lot more passing situations coming with this team down big.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Wide out in motion. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He lost one down the sideline. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
He'll start this drive firing. He'll take the deep shot. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And the freshman just threw it behind him that time.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
A third and long coming up here. He's got his man. Oh, what a move to get room. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it.
Touchdown, Ducks! And the route is on. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. Not the type of accuracy you typically see from this senior quarterback. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Oklahoma 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to pass. It's Torres. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the catch down the right side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. No, he just flat ran over it. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Sooners. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits those uprights right in half. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome. And certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. On the run, still looking. Got him downfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
They're trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
Fires to the end zone. And give give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Here's the handoff. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Looking to throw, it's Torres. Getting some heat. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he could and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party trick, a late touchdown. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's perfect. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes courtesy of the big play covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into...
It's loose. The defense pounced on that, and now they're headed the other way. He's off to the races.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Got enough space. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Inside inside his 20, and here he comes. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Back to throw, it's Shaw. He finds his man. At the 35, he's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Looking to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw on second down. Escapes the sack. Buys a little time with his feet. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long.
This defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Fast motion from the offense. Wants to throw. It's Torres. Trying to get to him. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
First down.
He's looking to throw it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that pass intercepted. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up.